Welcome to Raw Sports TV 23. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. The Golden State Warriors versus the Phoenix Suns for the second double hitter of tonight's opening season for the 2023-2024 NBA regular season. I believe that this could be a potential matchup for the Western Conference Finals. The game was a little sloppy on the Warriors end. They accumulated a lot of turnovers towards the end of the game. And once again, the size is a problem. They didn't pick up Dwight Howard, which I thought was critical. I thought they should have got Dwight Howard. In this case, they lost on the defense of boards. And at the end of the game, Jusuf Nurkic ended up hitting a two-point conversion, ended up driving in after the double team of Devin Booker or the pick and roll. He ended up cutting to the basket and hitting, laying up the ball, and that just pretty much sealed the deal. But if they would have had a big like Dwight Howard, someone who could protect the paint, that would be good, because Kevon Looney, even though he has a lot of heart and he does hustle and get rebounds for them, it's just not enough size for them to contend with bigger teams. But Bradley Beal was out for the Phoenix Suns, and Draymond Green was out also. So that could be some of the difference maker for the Golden State Warriors in terms of the way they score, because Draymond does not have to score big in order to contribute on both ends of the floor. And if he's on the floor, it makes the offense a little bit more easier for the Golden State Warriors. I do like the way Chris Paul played coming in for the second unit, and he kind of controlled the pace really well, as opposed to Jordan Poole, who could be all over the place. However, it just wasn't enough tonight to seal the deal. I feel like they were kind of forcing some shots, trying to find the rhythm, trying to find chemistry. If you see, I think they might have took about 43 3-pointers, which is typical for the Golden State Warriors. A little bit more. Maybe they made 10. So they kind of had an off night from three. Curry kind of was 3 for 10 going into the second half. He was kind of off from the 3-point line, but he was getting to the basket. So that also affected the game. And as far as the Phoenix Suns is concerned, it's really hard to kind of get a good picture of what they will be in this first game, because Bradley Beal was out with the sore back, and I'm disappointed in that too, because this guy is pretty much injury prone, and I think that's going to affect the Phoenix Suns later on in the future. They do have depth, but Bradley Beal is off and on, and I don't know if they were just resting him, but I don't like the fact that he's injury prone. But if Bradley Beal is in the game, you can get a whole picture of how they would look, because then that means that the Warriors would have to guard them a little bit different, and he can spread the floor more, and that makes them more dangerous. But as far as the Warriors is also concerned, Klay Thompson still did not play well. He's off and on. He's streaky, and still trying to find a rhythm coming off of that ACL injury, the knee injury that he had. Even though they did win a championship last season, Klay Thompson struggled. So we're going to need Klay Thompson to step up. He's going to have to be key in the success of the Golden State Warriors, because when you're doubling and tripling Steph Curry, he has to knock down those shots. And also, Andrew Wiggins, didn't get much out of him tonight. He's also missing a lot of wide open 3-pointers. He's going to have to knock down those shots for them to be successful, because this can't just be all on Curry, and I can't expect Chris Paul to play a lot of heavy minutes with age on his side going into the future, because then we also know that Chris Paul has been injury prone. So I'm just wondering how hard and how long can Chris Paul play at a high level for the Golden State Warriors, since they traded away Jordan Poole, and now they got and obtained Chris Paul, because Poole was younger, so he could pretty much go and keep going and has the energy to keep going. Whereas Chris Paul, he has to be on minute restrictions. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this first game. Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant. There was some good defense going by the Golden State Warriors. Gary Payton was very clutch on the defensive end, so I did like some of the defense, but they need to clean up the turnovers and they need to be. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Peace.